One, we are live.
Good afternoon. Good morning, wherever you are. Glad that you're joining us today. I would like to say, Spivey, that this is the first week of college football, but it's not. Second. It's first for real teams, though.
Technically, for real teams.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Right. What would you consider the University of Tennessee since their first game's on a Thursday night? Does that count?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be happy with it personally, but they get to share everything to themselves.
Technically, it is week one of college football because they actually marketed this past week as week 0.
Okay, I like that then. We got a whole lot to cover, so let's jump right in because we need to save enough time for Mr. Ethan Drum. Ethan, you stretched out, loosened up,
Getting ready to rock.
check this out.
Booyah. Hey, look, there's Quigley.
Quigley Club is the Quigley Club. We got a bunch of awesome announcements, man. We got all kinds of stuff going on here, Casey.
Yes, we did.
Jump right into it. You told me that I have to do leaderboards in 8 minutes, is what you told me, and I don't know that I can do that because we have month and week. But I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jennifer King and Andrea Furman for the week and the month of first-time writers. John Perez with $34,000 for the week as the top overall producer, and B. Wes reigns $65,000 in production for the month. Way to go, B. Wes. Top app count getter was John Perez with 29 and Jennifer Giovanni for the month with 66 apps. Way to go. Top Medicare sup, there you see it. Lawrence Birnbaum and Josh Berlin with 3,700. Top DI was Joanne Bailey, and check this out, also for the month, Joanne Bailey. Way to go. Top IUL producer was Matt McMurtry. God, I like that name. And even better, Dulcie Mastrangelo, 41,520 bucks on IUL business. Top annuity was Jonathan Daly and Mike Leidecker for the month with almost $1.4 million. Betsy Barr, top DFL producer. It's got to make you proud over there, Resma, 17,005, and Jakari Footman with 33,483 for the month. Whoops, skipped one. Congratulations, Sarah Reinecke, with the most new riders in your base shop with 4, and Jacob Pogue with 22. SNA's three-way tie. We've got Marty, Stella, and Alec, Danny Young, and Jacob Pogue on the direct side, and here they are: Howell, Emerson, Probst, Phillips, Kraft, Walton, Bledow, Cardenas, Weaver, King, Simpson, Peterson, Baker, says Muka. I'm gonna need a ruling on that, says Muka. Pine, Aguilar, Hogue, Beaver, Patterson, Grimshaw, Smith, and Keystall. Really slipped up on the second one there, Martin Zizmuka. I could have nailed it though. You never know.
You just stick with Martin.
I guess I did nail Martin. I feel good about that. Amanda Torma, Kelly Rogers, Kelly Bush on the new riders. Congratulations. And for the month, it was Cassandra Mack. These are key leaders, by the way, big numbers. Kelly Rogers with 9 recruits and Shauna Berrigan with 6. Way to go. Top AO for the week was Chad Harrington, John Clayton Jr. for recruits, and Gabby and Fred Roethlisberger with 5 new riders. For the month, JPV, Sue Adams, and Daniel Barnes. Way to go. Top agency directors, Benny Boy, and Sarah Reinecke with 9 new riders. Killing it. Alvarado top for the month on the agency director board, almost 500,000. Ben Seafor, 57 recruits, man. 27 new riders. Way to go, buddy. Top rad was Eileen Balmer for the week. Trey Alderson Cloutier as the recruiter and Beth Maddox as the writer. Eileen Balmer, Dave Lappin, 29 recruits, and Marty Valor with 19 new riders. Way to go. Griff Martin, 111,000 for the week. Chris Cook with 30 recruits and 7 new riders. For the month, it was Cookie taking the cake, 392 grand, 90 recruits, and 14 for Christopher Clark new riders. That's the name of the game. Kyle and Lisa Kimbrell, for the week. For the month, it was Kyle and Lisa Kimbrell, and Kyle and Lisa Kimbrell. They're kind of dominating the old SVP leaderboard here, guys. Sean Shannon is the top executive vice president. Darren Stubbs is the top recruiter and writer getter. And I think you got Sean Shannon, and Darren Stubbs for the month. All of these leaderboards will be somewhere else so you can take a look at them in great detail. I know we're going fast, so check HQ. Lynn, and Ashley and Tyler, 19 new writers. Way to go. Linwood, and Ashley and Tyler again. 49 new writers for the month. Way to go, Ashley and Tyler. That's crazy. Easy Eddie Pritchett with over 1 million, 62 recruits for the week in his organization, and Danny Young with 33 new writers. Edward Pritchett, top overall agency for the month with 3.8 million, 235 recruits, and Danny with 90 writers, man. Way to go, Danny. Marshall Whalen, 987, 79 recruits, and 39 writers for the week. 3.74, 335, and 127. Way to go, Whalen. Team Whalen. Jacob Pogue is the top direct. Chris Cook is the top direct recruiter, and Jacob Pogue's turning them into writers with 22. Pogue for the month. 50 new writers. 50. Marty Valor, Mark Newbauer, and Sarah Reinecke. There's your base shop board. Josh Manzano, Mark Newbauer, and Ben Seaforth for the month. Way to go, everybody. All right, we got some important announcements, so buckle up and take some notes here. Please make sure you're contracted with a carrier before requesting a downline agent to be contracted. Makes sense. You want to get your overrides. All upline agents have to be contracted, right? Agents must be at a minimum of a 75% contract level to have a downline agent direct to you. Also makes sense. We have Rick Weaver and the boys tomorrow at 11 a.m. And we've got LIVIN, DFLIVIN with Mike Resman, which is actually beyond DFL. It's all advanced markets training. We're going to hear from Mike in a minute, and y'all are going to like what he has to say. I got an Agency Owners Academy coming up. Man, it's good to have these back on the books. Save the date, November 1st through the 3rd. Kickoff is 11/1. It's going to end 11/3. We'll get all these details out to you. 75 AOs is our cap. And it is free to any new AOs, but if you are, and their spouse or partner, but if you've been here before or you're a staff person, it's $100 to attend. Anything I missed?
So I think covers half the cost. They said this morning it was about $200 a head for everything. So it's, splitting the cost up for those of you who want to reattend.
Yeah, we want you to. Download the Quality Events app if you haven't done so, and head over to HQ to register by October 1st. B-dubs.
You got it. We just want to draw your attention. If you go to HQ and you go under training and Symmetry coaching, you'll notice we've got 3 new coaching cohorts launching the week of September 6th. Our Sales Cycle 101, which is for brand new agents. If you need that extra reinforcement, or if agency owners or key leaders have new agents you're working with, you want to point them there, that's a great one. We've got our 10-week challenge starting on September 12th, which is for agents who have 6 apps to team leader. And the next slide is for key leaders and up, our Accelerate 5-week challenge. So right now, if you're in the need of some extra investment, we've got our great Symmetry coach bench in action. So go to HQ and you can register there and learn more details.
Well done. That was quick. Oh, baby, we got some good DigiLead updates. All Quility digital leads will now have a 60-day exclusivity period. That's up a little bit. And if an application has not been submitted in that 60 days, the lead will be removed from the agent's active campaign from Switchboard. And there's just a lot of really good things, Casey. I feel like we should spend a few minutes on what's going on with digital leads. First, let me hit the announcements and let's hit it for a minute. All SLOs and one-time orders for DigiLeads sourced by Quility can now be placed directly into HQ. They're going to flow directly into your Switchboard account. So you obviously have to have a Switchboard account. We are expediting Switchboard new users by if you have either a Razor Ridge lead order or a Quility Digi lead order, you will get bumped to the top of the list. So agency owners, let us know how we can help you with that. And I think it's important to note that all digital lead orders are filled first from these sources, which is really good. So if you have an SLO with a whole bunch of other leads, if there's digi leads left over, they can help fill that GMR, that SLO. But if you have a standing order with just digi leads, you're going to get priority because we have to have those things work quickly. Everybody that was at conference heard from Chris Smith. We see our own data, which is so clear, the people, Casey, that are working digital leads correctly versus the ones that are not. And we'll get into that. But all agent orders must be approved by an agency owner in the home office. An active credit card will be charged for your weekly request amount upon placement of your order. Okay. So a little bit of a subscription style move, and this is great. Tom E, not only is he getting 4 appointments with a 5th in waiting, but already picked up, I want to say that he said, Spivey, I thought you were telling me 3 or 4 sales on that first batch as well. What we're seeing, guys, we could not be more excited about the numbers that are coming in on digital leads from our own digi sourcings, but also with Razor Ridge. People working them correctly are as good as direct mail or better. And this is such an amazing opportunity for us right now that we need everybody to kind of stop what you're doing, pay attention, because we want to be as direct with you guys as we possibly can. Okay. We have been talking for the last 90 days about what's going on with direct mail. We spent a long time talking about it at conference. Interest rates are up, which means new home purchases and refis are down, which means that there's much less data to mail, which means there are much fewer leads to get. And the ones that we can generate and are generating, those prices are starting to go up. Okay, so you will see in the future, very near future, a lead increase coming on anything that is mortgage protection, direct mail related, because it's just simple math and it has to happen. The beauty of this, guys, is that we're in a position right now to scale digital leads that are having many people, I'm saying, the same close ratio. Some people aren't quite there yet, either not working on platform or not working them quickly enough. Many people are well above what we're seeing on direct mail. Some people we're seeing are twice as good. So if it's Razor Ridge leads, if it's Quility Digi leads, I want everyone to stop today and get online and get a standing digital lead order, because if it feels like, Casey, that you and I kind of are selling a little bit, we are. We're selling it to you because we grow distribution through 2 things: recruiting and leads under management. If you are an agent that wants to write 5,000 a week, 10,000 a week, 15 to 20,000 a week, if you want to make the leaderboards, there are so many examples of people that are doing it. All you got to do is do what they're doing. If you want to double the amount of production that you're getting, get more leads. It really is that simple. If you want to grow your agency, assuming that your recruiting is intact, you grow leads under management. It's that simple. And now what we're doing is we're saying we have the ability to scale just term life leads, not counting DFL, IUL, infinite banking, FE, all these other things. We have the ability today to start scaling these leads to the tune of 30 to 40,000 leads a week. Leads that are closing at very close, if not for many of you, beyond a clip of what we're seeing with direct mail. We're so excited about this because we're coming out of conference. We got 4,000 to 5,000 people that are fired up, ready to get some activity. You got to get onboarded into Switchboard. You got to learn some new tricks, and you got to start working these digital leads, and you will start seeing the results that other people are seeing. And that's going to allow us, guys, if we were to try to just stick, Casey, with call-in leads and direct mail leads, a year from now, we would be less than half the size that we are now, unless everybody miraculously started getting very good at getting referrals. Okay. The digi leads are killing it. It's time for you leaders to lead. It's time for you producers to learn some new tricks. It's time for you to start working them on platform and pushing your APV, your weekly premium, to $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a week. That's what we're seeing. If we were to push this all the way to scale, we would quadruple the size of the company. Now that's going to take some time. Obviously, we got to do some recruiting. We got to do a lot of different things. If we were to push this to scale, not counting resets, advanced markets, everything else we got going on, we could triple to quadruple the size of the company. That's why we're so excited about it. But leaders have got to get excited about it. Agents have got to get excited about it. And you got to start putting the work in. You got to start learning some new tricks. Casey?
That's it, man. We are behind forecast in the company. So, we every single week look at the most important kind of indicators in our company. Now, that's not to say that we're still hitting record-breaking weeks as a company, but we have a lot invested into this company. And so we're looking at where we should be from a forecast standpoint. And the only reason we're behind in forecast is because of leads under management. And so it's just, we need adoption. We need more of you guys ramping up those digital lead orders. The comments are blowing up with people talking about, Gino Locklear, where was that? I just saw that a second ago. 100% digital leads, closing 6 to 7. Where was that here? Seeing so many awesome comments from people getting traction on them. 100% Razor Ridge, and I get 12 a week and writing a minimum of 6,000 to 7,000 a week. Like, guys, it's there. So as Brandon's saying, just get your digital lead orders in. I mean, that's the main thing we need from you guys. If you guys left conference, asking the question that probably most of you were asking, which is, how do I get a foothold in this rocket ship? How do I, Brandon and I had a few things prepared to talk about, and we're going to share that with you guys at some point. Like, what do we need from you guys as we're doing everything we can behind the scenes, investing like crazy in this company? What can you guys do? We're asking you right now. This is what we need you to do. We need you to get digital lead orders in. Again, we could pop by 30 to 40% in the next 2 to 3 months with this shift. So direct mail, we're going to continue to mail what we can, but we're not going to, there will come a point when direct mail starts, like mortgage protection direct mail. If those things start costing us $150, it's just not sustainable to continue mailing some of that. So it's not there. The market hopefully will rebound a little bit, and we'll continue. We're going to max out our mortgage mailings. All we're saying is it's not enough. So if you guys want to scale, like if we grow by 30 to 40%, you guys collectively also grow by 30 to 40%. So get those digital lead orders in. That's the biggest thing we need from you right now.
Yeah. I mean, Spivey's talking to a lot of AOs, a lot of agents. All you got to do is go to the Switchboard Facebook page to see like 5 pages of testimonials. It's crazy how good these are. And we've never been more excited than we are right now. In addition to all the other stuff that we've got going on with NFL, partnerships with Switchboard, with all the other exciting rollouts, the thing that drives production the most is good qualified leads. And if I'm an AO, if I'm a builder, or if I'm an agent, it's all about activity and leads under management. We're giving you an opportunity, and there will be many of you that are kind of early adapters, as there already are. They're going to get a head start on a lot of folks that people are going to come in and say, I want a GMR in these areas. And we're going to say, sorry, man, too late. So
full.
You shouldn't have waited. So don't wait. That's what I'm telling you. Do not wait. Jump on the train. What do they say in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, Casey? Come on in.
Come on in. The water is fine. That's right. That's right. And I'm also here. I was at the gym this morning and ran into Roddy, as I usually do, and he was also just singing the praises of some of the NEPQ sales training that a lot of you guys are jumping on. So if you're not taking part of that, both the Switchboard aspect and getting to that digital lead as quickly as you can, but also, just some of the sales techniques that you guys are learning right now on NEPQ. Roddy was like, my gut right now is that I'm not getting nearly some of the sales resistance that I was even getting before. And I considered myself a pretty dang good salesperson for the last 20 years. And just some of that feedback of just kind of like that introduction and kind of saying, hey, is now a good time? Do you have a couple minutes? just little things that are shifting like that in how we're relating to ourselves and to our leads is going to start increasing conversion and close ratios by a lot. And we're already starting to see amazing trends from you guys on close ratios, on speed to lead, and on premium per lead. So
Yeah.
everything is trending up. Again, we're so early in this whole thing right now. That's what's so exciting to us, is like we have so much awesomeness happening. You just got to lean into some of these things.
I'm glad you said that. We were looking at some data yesterday, and it was just, we were blown away because it was better than what we were anticipating. Like normally you roll something like this out and it's going to take as many as 3 to 4 to 6 months for it to really kind of start showing the value. We're seeing that the average case size on DigiLeads is up from 1,200 to north of 1,600. We're seeing that the average case size on call-ins is well below that. So you got digital leads, which are the same price or more affordable than mortgage protection direct mail, but you're getting a lot more premium per case. And that doesn't even factor in the DFLs, the IULs, all the things that are coming out of it. So I would like to put a challenge to everyone out there today. If you're a leader and your lead order book is being met at under 100%, you need to have individual conversations with people to get them onboarded in a switchboard, if they're not already, and standing lead orders ordered in DigiLeads. If you're an agent, if you want to finish the year strong, right? We got 4 months, have more leads than you've ever taken, have more activity than you've ever put in, which will not cost you as much time as it used to, and go out and just do something that you haven't done before. You know, that would be the rally cry to me is so many good things kind of came out of conference, and so many managers, agency owners and producers are, you know, admitting that, yeah, I haven't been giving this what I could have, what I should have. I'm committed to like putting in what I need to put in. So that's where the focus should be, is how are you increasing your leads under management? How are you finding more clients to sell our products to? Between that and onboarding people into MyQuility, that would be 90% of my focus. Obviously, you got to recruit, you got to do those things, but in terms of what that messaging should be, that's it for me. That's what I would want you to be talking about. All right, let me go back to sharing my screen here.
By the way, Brandon, still just recovering from conference and just still buzzing with all of you guys on what took place.
Yeah,
I mean, I think we're going to look back on this event and what we experienced in Denver together as an extremely pivotal moment. I also just personally think that it was the best conference we've ever had. And we say that every time, but this one was special. And I think what was special to me about it, Brandon, because Brandon and I were trying to just take some time last week to process everything that went on and kind of unwind a little bit from all the rush of conference. But so we didn't get to be with you guys last week. But now that we've had some time, it's cool to see that, it was like leaving a toddler. We've had 3 years where we haven't been together, and then coming back and it's like a full-blown, adolescent. Yeah. It's like we've just missed 3 years of evolution, because conference is really the only time when you truly can kind of see and feel what the company looks like. I mean, when we're behind the scenes, we're with the corporate team here. You guys are out there on the road some, and so you're seeing smaller regional events and trainings and stuff like that. But conference is where we all really kind of are able to see what our company looks like, and it just blew us away. I mean, overwhelmed, and just what it looks like now is probably how Brandon and I and many of you guys felt. But that's my download from conference. How did you feel, buddy?
Oh my gosh, it was, even the first time that you and I walked in the room, we were like, wow. We had the same response, I think, that everybody else did, which was, wow, things have really changed. And our eyes were open, y'all's eyes were open. I tell you what, put put some messages in the chat. You know, what were some of your favorite moments from conference? Was it a new video? Was it seeing Dan Marino and Terrell Davis? Was it announcements? Was it hearing from Ethan on stage or Palmer on stage, or was it when I got to slap Casey on stage? I mean, that was my personal favorite.
Pretty good. That was a
Oh,
man. You Will Smith me there, buddy.
I will snitch you. I know. Oh man.
That was a good one.
But let us know.
planned.
Like, I mean, and the party afterwards too is unlike
Oh
anything
my
that
gosh,
I've ever experienced. I felt like I was at Lollapalooza or something.
it felt like it, man. That was
You know?
wild.
We should have told Nate to bring his drone. That was our only regret. Nate, from now
We
on,
should have.
you're in charge of
We
droning.
totally should have.
Yeah. But yeah, man, send us what you loved. We'll save what you
We'll
didn't
probably have
love
some
for our next
surveys
call.
coming up too.
Yeah, we will get some surveys out, but fill the chat full of positivity, man. I want to see it. And then later on, I'm definitely going to want to see, like we do every year, all of your projections on who's going to win the college football championship. Maybe you could even put your Final Four in there. Chris Cook, I'm sure, will put Tennessee, and we'll get a good laugh, and everything will be great. But
Oh man,
put your stuff in there, man. We want to hear from you. All right.
I'm seeing some awesome stuff. That somebody said that me shooting you in the back of the head with a t-shirt cannon was pretty on point too.
That was your payback.
That's right.
That was your payback.
That's right.
All right, going back to screen sharing. So don't get lost in everything. Stop what you're doing today. Go put Digi lead orders in. If you don't, then I don't want to hear any complaining about why you don't have enough leads. That's all we'll say. All right. My Health 2.0, protecting your biggest asset, your health. We're launching open enrollment period for admins to receive coverage in our Protector benefits. Are you interested? September 19th for an October 1st start date. You can visit HQ for more. And as a reminder, because we do have 3 more days here, Casey, if you count today,
That's right.
we're still in double production for ears. We're still in double production for Champions Cup. We're still in double production for destinations. So if you took a little time off and you had to catch your breath, like, I would highly urge you to get your butt back to it today and double up your efforts by doing the same efforts. Ooh, here's probably a favorite for a lot of people, Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Old slingshot bonus. I think they went over this last week, but anything you want to touch on here?
Nope. Just if you're a leader out there, keep it in front of your new people. This stuff is being baked into HQ and Summit and all of that. But this is, it's definitely s'more. And again, thank you to all the equity partners who are really ponying up and sharing in the extra cost to really pump as much fuel into you guys that are just getting started and brand new at those first few contract levels. So make sure you pay attention to that s'more factor and take advantage of this, because not sure what it's going to look like come next year. We have a feeling that based on the data, we'll probably likely keep something like it, but we just want to understand the data and see how it's working. But so take advantage of it. Yeah.
I'm getting all kind of texts over here. One that's jumping out to me is Miranda Martin said, I got my BOGO order in, which is your buy one, get one. It's your first order only. Wrote 2,500 in my first day on Switchboard and I think it's Razor Ridge leads. 2,500. Yep. Day one. Can't wait to hear, Miranda, what's coming on day 2 and beyond. So it's big bonuses coming from s'more. Also, man, we got the Champions Cup. I think 5 of you guys may have dug into some of this last week, so we don't need to kind of keep going over it. If you want the rules, get on HQ, learn all about it, fight for it. We do have our very first leaderboard. Good Lord, John Perez just kind of jumped out here. Champions division, Champions direct division. Look at Jacob Pogue.
Yeah, not playing around. Out the gate swinging.
That's what I'm talking about, Perez. Come out swinging, man. That's what a champion looks like. Get me fired up. Top base shot. Valor, Spivey.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the Valor Agency.
It's confusing.
Agency of Valor.
It's and or both.
I think I
We,
said.
we don't have much. We got a few months until we're with the last round of Champions Cup winners too.
That's right. I like Chadrick
What a-
Harrington. Look at that, Casey. Top AO with
Love it.
107,000. Follow us on social if you haven't. If you have not yet, then pull out your camera, take a picture of all this, and go do hit every single one of those. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah,
All
we
those.
meant to do this at conference. Brandon and I got so caught up in so many things at conference. You guys just blew us away on stage. I mean, we
Mhm.
had, some of you guys were like, "Hey, where's the Bam fam?" Like, Brandon and I completely, we got so sucked into Brad Smith's speech at the very end, we completely forgot to like do any of this stuff. But,
No.
this is a big one. We're really going, something we're excited about behind the scenes is like, we're leaning into social a lot more, but we want to continue to get subject matter experts in front of you guys to help you learn how to, lean into the social media aspect of things. Attention is the new currency, and it's on social media, it's on Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's on a lot of these platforms. So Brandon and I have so much gold in our phones from the past 13 years of history that one of our favorite things now is just to go back and look at the memories that we've created together as a company. There's also a lot of behind the scenes, really good content that we want to start putting out. Brandon's going to try to become an influencer, so you're going to love that.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome.
I am.
And we also just want to start documenting this awesome ride and journey that we're all on together. And I know so many of you guys are documenting that as well as we go, but I want you guys to follow us and enjoy the documentation of it all.
I think Reggie should start a TikTok channel. All of our
he could
crazy
already have one,
characters,
actually.
all of our crazy characters from years past can make
know.
appearances.
I'm down.
That'd be great. Hey, one of the things we're most excited about. Oh my goodness, Rezi.
Let's get it, baby.
Listen,
You ready?
we've been really excited about this for 90 days. We've been super fired up about it since yesterday because we did kind of an initial meeting. So Mike, I can play QB for you if you want, or I can close out and let you run it. Your call, buddy.
Oh, yeah, play QB for me. I'll let you know when to go on to the next slide. And thanks for having me on. Just want to kind of give everybody an update where we're at so far with the FIF reset. As a company coming out of conference, we're launching new partnerships, new certifications, new technology, new sales processes to really reimagine no sales and create an environment in the company where we can eliminate no sales over time. Once we really get used to this process and really push it down throughout the agencies. I mean, if you're talking about FIF resets and MyQuility together, there are no more no sales. No sales are essentially gone, and you have an opportunity to earn massive passive income with both platforms. So for the people who weren't at conference, or maybe you haven't seen the last 2 weeks of advanced market and FIF reset training calls on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, we've created the digital FIF form to be able to identify, debt-free life opportunities and retirement solutions opportunities, and reset a subject matter expert to get passive income. But there's something that we need help from you guys, agency owners and above. Brandon, if you don't mind going to the next slide. We've received hundreds of these FIFs, but there's still a lot of people that cannot actively reset a subject matter expert because the agency owner has not set up their DFL agent pool yet. So inside of agency building, right there on the left in my DFL agent pool, you guys need to search your DFL certified agents, put them in, get their calendar link, and set that up for your downline. And if you missed the email or missed the HQ push notification or missed the video, we have all the training documents inside of training scripts. And Brandon, you can go ahead and go to the next one. It just shows you right there under training on the left, training scripts. It has the process breakdown for every single component of the FIF, what you as the agency owner need to do within an HQ, setting up your SMEs, what the referring agent needs to do, how to navigate the FIF, how it helps you out with the mortgage protection sale, and then as a subject matter expert, what you need to do to report that business inside of Opt and tap the application so that you can get credit for that. So make sure you guys go in, AOs and above, especially if you have not set up your DFL agent pool, make sure you do that today, please. There's a lot of agents that that are out there trying to reset. And there's a lot of clients that need help, and we need that piece for DFL. For QRS, there's nothing you need to do. It automatically goes over to the Quality Financial Advisor team, which we did a big launch with them yesterday. So you can go back and watch that webinar as well to understand the new partnerships within the Retirement Solutions division and how awesome they are and how they're going to be able to help out every single family.
Yeah, this is a new partnership. Yeah. So you're mentioning AOs, mentioning directs. What happens if an AO does not have an agent in their hierarchy that's kind of participating in as the resetter, or as the resettee, as the subject matter expert?
Yeah, so if an agency owner doesn't have a DFL certified person, then the next person above that agency owner would need to set it up, and it will stream down. Now, if you don't have one in your hierarchy and you don't set one up, then what's going to happen is it's going to go cross line, and then your hierarchy is not going to receive all that override. When we show you the numbers, I think you might be excited about making sure that you get this stuff set up for your teams.
I would be.
Right.
I would be.
Yep.
Go ahead. When we look at this, because we can see all the data on this, is why this is so amazing. Imagine, future state 12 months from now, we have all the financial data for all the clients that we meet with, and understand our demographic, how they're coming into the appointment, how we can do solution specific targeting. And the data is showing us just from the last 8 days and the hundreds that we've received, that over 50% of the FIS is a true reset opportunity. And I was looking at some stats this morning from the ones that came in overnight, and over 80% of those that came in overnight were actually a reset opportunity. So this data right here, out of the 22 that are on here, 9 of them are a QRS reset, because now we're able to help out families with at least $20,000 worth of assets, no longer a requirement of $100,000, and they get true holistic retirement advice with our new partner. And then 5 of those 22 were DFL. So 14 of the 22 on this screen right now is a reset opportunity, but we're missing that opportunity because obviously it's new. We got some setup that the AOs need to do, and we want to be able to help you guys out and offer some additional training. But the data right now, it's proving everything that we knew it would be. And we're on a mission to get to 1,000 resets a week. And together we're going to be able to do that. It's a massive opportunity for our clients and for our company.
Yep, no doubt. So what does it mean from an income situation? I think we said, you'll say that you're an agent, you're doing $20,000 a month in production. I think that would get you to currently a 95, soon to change, right? But we're just saying a 90%, somebody that's been here for a few months, they've slingshot themselves up, or they've been here for a few years, or whatever the case may be. They're doing $20,000 a month. But we know that's going to take at least 40 appointments a month, and potentially even a little bit more than that, right? So you're having to do about 10 a week to kind of get to that number. It's not, we got to be clear, because you said something a minute ago, and I want to really highlight this. It's not just the people that you're closing, it's everyone you're sitting with. And so you keep saying, we want to make no sales a thing of the past, because just because you're the SME for mortgage protection or whatever it is, it's your term life insurance that you're sitting with them with, it doesn't mean just because they don't want your product that they don't have a need for something else. And so what you're seeing is a lot of people are actually resetting clients that they didn't even make that initial sell on.
Yeah, so it's not just getting multiple sales in the house and helping them out with advanced market, but it's turning your no sales into sales. You should be able to turn at least half of your no sales into an advanced market opportunity, and let a subject matter expert do all the work for you, right? So if you've got 40 appointments a month, which would be 10 appointments a week, and this is for anybody who's got 10 appointments a week, 5 appointments, whatever your number is, that data that we're seeing just over the last 8 days is proven that over half of those are reset opportunities. So if you're doing 10 appointments a week, let's say you're getting to 5 resets a week. Now, average close ratio for these, you're looking at 40%. Some subject matter experts are closing 70 to 80%, like a Betsy Barr, Scott Forehand, Jen Swigert, but then you got QRS, where some of them might be 30% because not suitable based off of their needs, but an average close ratio of 40%. You're looking at average placement ratio for advanced markets for DFL, IUL, and annuities right now, about 65%. That will change with some new proprietary products coming in the near future. And then I want to make sure we address, like we did at the conference, an average split percentage, right? So DFL and IUL, when we launched IUL reset, that's going to be a 40% to the referring agent because that's staying in our hierarchy. The QRS and the new division with Quality Financial Advisors, you're going to get split between 60 to 80% of the annuity for them doing all the work. So that's why I'm saying an average split percentage of 50%. And then the average case size of $3,700 in advanced markets. If you were doing 5 resets a week as an agent with those ratios, you're talking about an extra 9620 of placed APV a month. And based off of that 90% contract level, you could do it if you're at an 80 or 100. You take that by your 9620 but for a 90% contract level, you're talking about an extra $8,600 a month of passive income or $103,000 a year. Talk about eliminating business expenses and running a profitable business. It doesn't get more profitable than that.
That's right. Yes, sir.
So agency owners and above, think about this. Agency owners to direct. If you go to the next slide, Brandon, right? If you've got an average override of 20%. So think about this. If it's 6 agents doing 5 a week, we know agents can get to 5 a week over time once you get used to this. But if you've got 120 resets coming a month from your organization at a 20,000 or 20% override percentage, you're talking about $57,000 of placed APV a month and override potential of $11,000 a month, $138,000 a year of passive for 6 agents doing 5 resets a week. Or maybe it's 60 agents doing 2 resets a month, getting to 120 resets a month. That's what type of override potential you guys have as an AO and above. You do 10 agents doing 5 a week with those ratios, you're talking about $19,000 a month of potential override, $230,000 a year, and 400 resets a month out of your organization, $38,000 a month or $400,000 a year. So,
I mean, cut all this stuff in half and then in half again. And it's
Right.
still, we're talking about, like, on the producer side of things, eliminating your complete lead bill for the year.
that's right.
Like, this is massive. Brandon and I have been so excited about this, and we got even more excited yesterday, Rasmus, when we were talking about this. Like, this is massive.
This is crazy. I've
Right.
told this story a dozen times. Like my last 2 years in the field wrote 1 year, $1 million, the last year, $2 million in annuities by doing this. And it wasn't nearly as savvy. And it was only on annuities. If I would have had DFL, if I would have had IULs, if we would have had all of these things like infinite banking and putting a lot more subject matter experts in the mix, that was me and one guy. You know, what does that do to your bottom line? Good Lord. We're talking about an additional, for some of you higher level AOs, an additional $461,000. And these aren't numbers that Mike's just kind of pulling out of the air and saying, this is what's possible. Yeah, it's what's possible, but it's the data that we're seeing because these have been in trials for the last 6 months or more, right? So I know there's a lot to focus on. This is one that I would say you better carve out some time and you better figure it out, especially AOs and directs, because guys, your agents are going to be doing it. We want you guys to be getting the overrides, but if you ain't, that just means somebody else's hierarchy is going to be getting the overrides because it is the right thing to do for the client. And it's obviously the right thing to do for the agent, but this is massive opportunity for passive income. I mean, the agent side on a 90% contract was looking like an additional $100,000 a year.
Gabby Roethlisberger, I received $5K the other day for my FIF reset. No one else in our space, no one else in the industry is doing this. This is for all of you guys out there recruiting and building, you need to use this as a big value proposition.
Yeah.
Because if you're with a sales organization in the insurance space that's not going back and helping and nurturing your clients for more additional products and then splitting comp with you, you are missing the boat.
Absolutely. They're just going back out and replacing your business.
Exactly.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Just one more real quick. I know, this is new. We're 8 days in. It's going to take a while for this to become part of your everyday routine. But if you need additional help, go ahead and go to the next slide. Email FIFresets at quility.com. If we need to set up agency training, we're here to support you, me and the advanced market team. We want to get you to where you want to be, but it's really going to be up to you guys to execute it. So email FIFresets@quility.com. Make sure you're on the FIF Reset and advanced market calls every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Go to the calls and webinars page in HQ for the updated link. We've increased the capacity to 3,000 people because we capped out the first week within 60 seconds. So we're not going to have that issue anymore. So make sure you jump on. We're here to help you guys, and we have a massive opportunity in front of us.
Phil Robertson, 15K in overrides in the past 60 days from this.
What? Phil?
Love it, guys.
Baby. Let's get it, guys. Appreciate you.
Ain't nothing that gets us more excited than creating passive income. That is the best thing.
That's it.
For us on the planet, man. This is so awesome. You just gotta do it because it's so simple. It's so simple. You're basically just filling out forms, turning it over to an SME, setting up an appointment. And remember the old Roddy and I talked about making a commercial for this years ago. It was do you remember the old guy that I think he would wear like a jumpsuit and he was doing that chicken roaster and it was like set it and forget it.
Yeah, that's
the reset program.
Build up that pipeline. This stuff takes a couple of months, advanced markets, right? So just set it and forget it. Build up that pipeline. That money is going to start rolling in.
I love it, man. So much gratitude, Resma, for all the work that you're doing, putting on behind the scenes, man, because this is the guy that is here before everybody else and leaves after everybody else and is doing so many good things for the organization. If you are the gratitude giving type, I would send some that way. How do you like your coffee is what they're probably asking too.
I appreciate that. Grateful to be here. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. Thank you, buddy. God, it's exciting. Hey, I just got Casey, Doug just walked in and said, Quility Digi lead orders have doubled in the last 10 minutes. So if you're on the fence, I'd get on the other side of the fence.
That's right.
Casey and I are really competitive. There were 40 new lead orders that came in on Monday. And we're so competitive that we're like, look, we want to get more people buying in and doing the right thing for themselves. So you guys help Casey and I win.
Right. We set a goal for ourselves. Let's see if we hit it after this call today.
Oh, man.
Let's do this.
Right. So we talked about the strategy in detail at conference. And, we talked about not only the distribution strategy, which is enabling all of you out there to swim in every distribution pool that you can, if it's B2B, if it's B2A, which is Symmetry, what you're doing. Eventually, it's going to be looking at affinity partnerships, that sort of thing. But there are no longer agents out there that are not a fit. As long as they have a life license, life and health, would be preferable. There's no such thing as agents that aren't a fit for us. If they want to be an advanced markets guru, you just heard Resma talk about the best way to do that, because we're hearing from the subject matter experts and they're just as happy, if not happier, than the people that are getting the passive income, because they have an endless amount of leads and the ability to go help an endless amount of clients right now. So if you have somebody that just wants to be a producer, there's a track for that. If you want somebody that gets the value of the franchisable opportunity, all of you guys get the joke. We know where people should be. But if they're stuck on something else, then Bird Dog goes live on Tuesday of next week, and we're gearing up, and we've been gearing up, and we're ready. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that we have already been in discussions with north of $30 million of premium. And much of that has been funneled back to Symmetry, because the Bird Dog program is really meant to just open up conversations, let people know what you guys know. They don't have access to the reset program. They're not getting all the passive income opportunities that you guys are getting. They don't have access to the Quility Digital Lead program. They don't have access to a lot of that stuff, but there are many of them out there that just want access to a few of the products, and you can help them too. The other side of that is the QSVs, the Quility Strategic Ventures. And these are things that have been propped up over the past really 6 months with a desire to not only create, but to own all of the assets that feed that distribution in all of the channels of distribution. Apps that make things faster. Data makes things smarter, makes you guys smarter. Digital products. You guys know all about that. Leads we've been talking about. We are so excited to get into MyQuility because going live tomorrow, we feel like this has the potential of being the biggest thing that we've rolled out in 13 years. It's already gotten off to such a huge start that it's not doing anything to kind of tamper down our expectations. You guys aren't doing anything to tamper down our expectations. So we're going to continue to kind of talk about the QSVs, but today's focus is really going to be on MyQuility. So I'm going to stop sharing. We got Mr. Ethan Drum out there.
What's happening?
I see that Quility shirt you got on there, buddy. You know, you've blown us away. I wasn't expecting it to happen as quickly. I wasn't expecting it to be as slick. I wasn't expecting it to add as much value because it just kept sounding like it was a little too good to be true. And then I started booking vacations on it. Casey's been looking at booking vacations on it. There's been over 500, I think we're close to 500, over 400 vacations booked was the last I heard just since conference. And we haven't even rolled this out in a broad way yet to warm market clients, all those things. So it is about to get crazy. The biggest thing though that we're excited about, most excited about, Ethan, is the amount of impact that we're going to be able to make on all of the people that we're helping. Because we know all of you guys in the company, we're compensated directly proportional to the amount of people that we help, the level of service that we give, and the amount of impact that we make. MyQuility is an opportunity for us to exponentially grow the amount of impact that we're making in people's lives. And we're already seeing that in things like QRX on a much smaller scale than what's potential and what's coming. But with the partnerships with Walmart, for example, Commerce Bank, for example, many more partnerships to come. Obviously, the NFL Alumni Association. So many great things that are bringing the Quility brand to the forefront and making us a household name. This is probably the biggest link to accomplishing that of anything that we've rolled out. So Ethan, big gratitude to the work that you've been putting on behind the scenes with not only you, but with probably the guy that we work with that has the coolest name ever, Grant Thornton. His name is Awesome. That's right. You heard me right.
And he is awesome.
And he is awesome. But it's always good when you're working with a group of world-class consultants like Grant Thornton, and to see their level of excitement and their level of belief, and hearing them say things like, ain't nothing out there like this. We ain't ever seen anything like this. This is about to get crazy. So Ethan, big time gratitude for you and everything that you're doing behind the scenes. I will shut up and let you run with it, my man.
Thanks, guys. And you know, it's always fascinating to me how something like that you build, that's your baby, becomes personal in ways that you just didn't expect. It's like, you know, everybody wants their dad to be proud of them, but if and no offense to everyone who's over the age of 60, but he never has understood technology. So when he tells people what I do, he's like, Ethan does something with the computer and apps. And I'm like, no, that's not what I do at all. He's like, he works for an insurance company. I think they sell Medicare. I'm like, well, no, like you don't understand what we do. But when I came back from conference, first thing, I took him to lunch on the way to Asheville, and he wanted to go to Applebee's, which was the first time I'd been in 3 years. And I asked, do you still have the quesadilla burger? Like, we do. I'm like, man, it's a blast from the past from high school. So we're ordering it. I'm starting to tell him what we do. And I'm like, you know what, just for fun, let's see if there's an Applebee's coupon. Well, there was a 20% off coupon on MyQuility. So I saved 20%. Well, then my dad's like, let me see that thing. So we start talking, and he's a minister in the rural South and to blue collar workers. And I started talking about giving people life to the fullest for less. And my dad had like a tear going down his face, and he's just like, my people need this. He's like, I've got blue collar workers who show up every day. They're one car crash away from losing everything. And then he starts telling me, you know, even my own brother, saying, your own brother if 3 kids get the flu at one time, 1 of them gets to go to the doctor, 2 of them don't. And so, and not all 3 of them could get amoxicillin. And so I'm like, well, Dad, now with Quality RX, they could. And now with this, my brother could have life insurance and he could have direct primary care. And so my dad, it finally hit me, like, you want your dad to be proud of you, but when you can let your dad be a part of the impact you make and the legacy you make just by literally sharing a link to a website, it starts to get powerful. And so what we're going to show you today is, I think this is going to be a lot different than an Apple launch style moment that we all had together and 5,000 of us all gathered. This is going to be more of like a personal conversation, and everything we're going to share with you is going to be on HQ. This is recorded, so you can go back and watch it. But I want today to be more personal. I want to walk through how you use it. I want to be really clear how it benefits you, because the number one thing I think we heard was that several of you were like blown away, but you felt almost whiplashed. And so we want to pause that, take some time, make it really simple, but also really talk about impact, because that is like at the core focus of what we do. So I want to share my screen and just start by reminding you of a few things of who we are and what we do. And so MyQuility, at our design, when we begin to build this, we said, well, what is MyQuility? Well, first, it's a free life cycle benefits platform for every adult American. And so if you think about this almost, again, as a circular motion, it's an ecosystem within our ecosystem. You've got travel, everything from theme parks to hotel to flights to rental car, finance, of where we're starting first with a credit card, a business credit card for our agency owners, wellness, both prescription savings and direct primary care, and then savings on brands that everyone knows and trusts. But at the center of this second ecosystem is insurance, the insurance we provide, QLT. Why is that? And so life cycle benefits means that we meet people where they are. We provide them value for everything that they buy every day. But the whole purpose of what we're doing is we believe in what we do at Quility. We protect families. And I never forget hearing someone say that if you believe something with all you got and you don't tell someone else, then that's the most unloving thing you could do to them. You almost hate them. If you really believe that you could protect their family, you really believe you could save them money, to not tell them would be to not love them. And so that's kind of the way I look at this, to not provide value, and then by providing value, not show them how we can protect them with insurance, would not be to love every one of the people that we're trying to reach and impact. So no, as you heard on stage, all these flashy announcements, Walmart, at the center of what we did, we designed it around our key differentiator as a company, the insurance we sell and the products we service. So what does that look like? How do we serve first, and who do we serve first? We serve you. We built this platform for you. You're our first customer, and the platform's designed to serve you. Everything else, I told my son, hey, Casey Brennan, he was in there trying to get between me and his mama as I was trying to steal a kiss about 5:05. And I was like, boy, get out of the way. And he's like, this is my mom. I said, well, hold on a second. You are the sprinkles on the cake. She is the cake. Like, move out of my way. And so our customers that we serve, the recruits that we have, like, they all matter, but you guys are the cake. And so the platform is built for the cake, which is our agents. Everything else is just icing. Everything else is just an awesome impact we get to do to the world. So that's what we want you to hear first, impact. We're providing you impact and worth to what you do. I think that's what changed for me. My wife said this last night. This is like the first time in my life, like everything I've always done, I've given it my best, but I actually have meaning. I have worth to like pulling an all-nighter to make sure you guys get the best technology, because I know we're impacting 5,000 people who impact almost 760,000 people a year. Then the next thing, I think we give you choices. If you hear anything about MyQuility, Brittany Torbett, our head of operations for MyQuility, last night, she always throws in that pun and that little jab to me, is like, remember, everything we do is about choices. Everything we do about choices. Well, everything we do for MyQuility is about choices. So if you left conference feeling that you were boxed in any way, you didn't hear the mission. The mission was not only for our consumers to have choices, but for you. You get to use this platform for you. And some of you blow me away with your creativity, like Brad Gainey. That dude probably is going to make the blue crab an endangered species for how many blue crabs he pays for and crab cakes that he sends out to his agents each month. It is insane, but he knows his people. He knows that thing that's special to Brad. He knows that eating crab cakes with Brad on Zoom. So now Brad's got choices to how he incentivizes, how he motivates his agents, and he gets to be creative with this platform that's super universal tool. But mostly, what is in it for you? Income, but not just income from the rewards that you get from your spending, but the agents you mentor and the clients you protect. I've serviced a lot of companies. When I met Brandon and Casey, we had built a $250 million organization servicing brands that all had 1099 contractors, was my specialty. I've never in my entire career worked for a company that not only compensates their agents or their employees for the work they do, but also for the people they impact. I mean, let that stick with you. Like, you can't get that anywhere else. But then last, we want to fuel your momentum. So today, as you're hearing these reactions, like standing lead orders, there is no reason you should not succeed, because we've given you jet fuel. We've given you jet fuel to run. All you have to do is flip the switch on and hit the gas, because the car's there, the engine's there, all the tools are there. All you have to go. So it's not just you that we're serving. Again, we're also serving the clients you protect. We're giving them options too. We're helping them live their life to the fullest for less. And then how does it meet our corporate vision? Casey and Brandon and our founders panel set some big goals. And I know that some of you were even whiplash from that. Like, how are we going to accomplish this all in 36 months? Well, it's a journey. And so when we started this journey, Casey and Brandon were pretty darn specific, because once you guys get to know me, and some of you, like, we're going to hang out in Costa Rica. Some of you I've gotten to know. I'm a dreamer. I sometimes go by the affectionate nickname that Casey dubbed me as Wags, or because I love to solve really hard problems. But in that, we could have made a platform with hundreds of products, but we wanted to make sure we had depth and width. And so what does that look like? Version 1 of My Quality is to our agents, our clients, and our recruits. We're going to get that right first. We already have requests from some of the nation's largest household names to white label this immediately, one of which has 14 million members. And so we don't want to service those 14 million members that aren't our clients yet until we service you, our clients, our leads, and our recruits with excellence. So what are we focusing on this quarter? We're focusing on carrying on the vision that our founders have set, but making the platform excellent in the customer experience and the user experience. So I know some of you have already emailed me asking, like, when are we going to offer mortgages? When are we going to offer car loans? Hey, we're going to get there. It's a journey, but let's work really hard this quarter together to be excellent in what we do. So what has changed? What's not? So what has changed? We now have solutions for all of the life of the consumer. We actually can speak into every area of their life in different ways. You also get income from everyday decisions. And I think if you're going to hear something today, we're not asking you to go spend more money, go deeper in debt, or to do something. We're actually asking you to get out of debt and just do the things that you're already doing. If you're going to go on vacation, just check out My Quality and see if it can save you some money and switch that vacation. If you're going to have a customer doing the same, your prescriptions, automatically pull up Quality RX when your family. Use these tools to just do the things you're already doing. You don't have to do anything else. However, some of you, you're just like me, you're going to go hardcore, and you can do anything else, but you get to live your way. Next, we gave you more power. And I think that was what was the most encouraging thing for me is you agents that are with us have been with us for 12 years, 10 years, 7 years. Some of you left it all on the line and you risked a lot to get here. And now we want to reward that by allowing your buying power to be leveraged. So what happens when you put members on this platform and you book a vacation? We take that buying power and I go sit with Walmart and I leverage them. And I said, we have to make this offer better. We have to make the service better, because look at the buying power our agents have created. Look how much money we put with your brand, service our clients, service our agents well. And you get to be a part of that. You get to leverage all that effort and this business you've built for 12, 7, 5, 2, 1 years for good. What hasn't changed? I want to be really clear. You still have the same choices you've always had. You are not boxed in. You do not have to be a part of rewards points. You do not have to get these points in a specific way. You get to run your business your way, and you get to be as creative as you want. We simply gave you unlimited options for how you want to do that. And we gave you a platform where the agents are the driving force, and the platform itself is just to service that driving force. So why did we choose rewards points? I've gotten a lot of questions about this. Well, first, all rewards points you get are equal to the cash value in the consumer. So when you book a vacation, we're giving you the identical value back that we give to a consumer, but we wanted to give you diversity in how they can be used. And so to do that, we wanted to be blockchain based in the future. So as the platform grows and as instant verification grows, we give you future endless opportunities. So we have the ability to integrate, and we can be versatile. We can be nimble. We can move. And it gave you creativity to how you incentivize your agents, run contests, do different things, help an agent out. So how do you earn points? Well, remember, you earn points from spending anything on the MyQuilty platform first. You book a vacation, you rent a car, you earn points from those activities. You use Quilty RX for purchase a prescription, or you enroll in Walmart Health, you receive rewards points. And your client spending, you get a 10% override, no matter who you are, for every member you enroll, and for the hotels they book, the cars they rent, and for MeMD, Quilty RX. And remember, QLT is integrated. So again, we provided you another way to get that out, and we're going to talk about in a second. So when you get all these points, what do you do with them? You can redeem them for cash, the same exact cash value you would have got anyways. You can redeem them for leads. You can redeem them for products, things you want to buy, things you may need to buy. I never forget Chris Clark saying he had to go work at a library, to run his business. So some of you are there, you're going somewhere to rent a laptop, rent a computer, and by just booking your family vacation, you can redeem those points for an actual laptop or something you need or something you want. You can gift those points to your agency or downline to help them run their business, or you can gift those points coming soon to an agent in need, which again, part of our core value is servicing the people around us. So how do we do that? You can gift those agents to people who are facing a crisis just by doing the things you've done every day. So what is the difference though when you add MyQuilty Agency Rewards? Well, first, if you opt into MyQuilty Agency Rewards, and guess what? You don't have to. We just gave you another tool, just like Switchboard, that as Switchboard automates your business, Summit automates your mentorship, MyQuilty Agency Rewards automate your incentives. And so some of you, your admins, AOs, and directs spend enormous amount of effort just keeping up with the multiple contests that are run, like 500 Yetis that are supposed to be shipped out, golf balls. And so all this does is provide you an automated way to give you time back for the incentives that you were already going to spend anyways. Next, revenue. You can calculate how you compensate. You can now be very calculated. And when I give someone points, I know how it generates income back to their agency and my agency. Growth, you also can be creative in how you drive to develop, and you can multiply how you motivate, like in recognition. So how you do this, all you do is go to MyQuilty Agency Rewards in the dashboard, and I'm about to show you how to do that in a demo. Place your credit card and sit back and relax. We do this for you, and we do it through two ways. One, Summit phase completion. So when you complete base camp, every agent that completes base camp gets 100 points paid by their upline. 80 points goes to that agent, and the remaining points are divided by those agents under them. Activate and etc. If you look down, each of these points build up. And then leadership promotion. So when someone hits managing partner, we pay that bonus. We give $1,000 to that managing partner, but 80% goes to him, and 20% gets divided equally by his downline. And again, why did we do that? Most of our agents have always tried to figure out a way how to thank the people who got them there. And so we wanted to automate that for you. Again, this is something you can opt into, just like Switchboard. It's just a tool to give you your time back. And it's the tool to automate the things you were already going to do. And most of you have so many creative ways, from crab cakes to golf balls, to even taking people to Top Golf. We wanted to create a way that you could leverage this and personalize it to each agent specifically. So when does it start? Agents can enroll September 1st. Points will be starting being deducted October 1st. And then when can I start using my points? Agents can start using their points, seeing their pending point balance on September 15th. And starting September 30th, you can redeem those points. So we're not going to start deducting those in October. We want to allow you guys time to learn to use the platform, learn to build. And here in a second, I'm going to show you the rewards calculator we've done. So you can predict every month ahead of time. Do you have enough points? Are you at a good spot? Because again, we got to be nimble. And so some of you, some months agency rewards make sense, and other months where it's harder for you during the summertime or when kids are going back, you know how to leverage and do what you need to do to customize those incentives. So now last thing before we start in the demo, you heard about this credit card, and I wanted just to be really clear on something. Most of you who know me, I grew up with a dad who is the tightest human in the world. I didn't know that they did not sell cereal in a bag, not in a bag, until I was in about elementary school. And I remember finally getting to see a cereal box that didn't come from Aldi or Sam's Club in like a dog food bag, going, what in the world? Like, this is awesome. And instead of Fruity Pebbles having rainbow pebbles and other flavors, but my dad was super tight, and the thing he hated was debt. And so I wanted to be really clear. It could have been easy to think that Quility is encouraging you to go into debt. We're not. This is not for everyone. This is for the AO who is established, they're debt-free, or they're very close to being, and this is a business credit card. The purpose is to leverage your buying power, build credit for your business and your LLC, which reduces your liability, also reduces your tax exposure, and gives more cash from your business for your business. But please understand, we're not encouraging anyone to get into debt. We simply wanted to give a tool for those people that they've gotten to the point of their journey where they can use a credit card responsibly to manage their business. And this is a great mentoring opportunity. There's going to be some AOs who you want to do this real bad, but you know you're not ready. And if that AO's in your agency, use this time to lean in. Help them figure out how to shape their business correctly, how to make sure they have the right liability or LLCs established to make sure that they're ready for a step like this. But moving forward, where do we want to go? We want to expand our financial services to every client we serve and to every agent. But we're going to do it with that same wisdom. We're not going to put our agents or our clients in a position that gets them deeper in debt. That's why Mike Resma and I are working with Commerce to develop a debit card around DFL, to develop a credit card just like Chime that uses a budgeting tool to help people eliminate debt, not go deeper in debt. But if you do get this card and you're ready, what does it do? It gives you 3% back, Casey, on every dollar you spend with Quility and MyQuility, in addition to the points we're already giving you. So leads, owner circle, conference tickets, etc. Like, you've now multiplied your buying power, and you're taking cash from your business, now putting it back to your business. Then on top of that, you get 2% cash back on any other travel site and 1% cash back on everything else. Pay your power bill, fill your tank with gas, buy a lead, run your business. Everyday spending leverage to get to where you need to go. So what happens? How do we get you started? Well, remember, your capital bonus for builders, producer bonus for personal producers, and your slingshot bonus for new writers automatically will be put in September into your MyQuility account. That's 30 million points. That's $300,000 in cash that can be redeemed by our agents to run their business, or 6,000 digital A leads that people can buy to multiply their income. So I want to be really clear. Nothing has changed. All we did is gave you more options. That bonus you've worked hard for, redeem it for cash. If you need the cash to run your business and you're not in a place where you want to reinvest heavily in different growth mechanisms or different creative incentive opportunities, be smart. Only do what's right for you. So that may mean for some of you, you're a builder, but for the rest of this year, you need to redeem that cash to get out of debt, to set your business up right before you start incentivizing others. So nothing has changed. No one's boxed in. You have tools to do what you want to do. So now let's go to the demo, Casey. And by the way, Mr. Watkins is going to be our vacation that we're going to look at today, because he's going to Italy. So we're going to see how this pairs up for Mr. Watkins' Italy trip. So I love this platform with my whole heart, because I could know that not only did my team and Grant Thornton pour over it, but a lot of you agents really worked hard for us for 9 months to make sure this was intuitive, which is why we were not going to build any platform that was not SSO based. That's single sign-on based. Why is that important? Because we wanted an agent, a recruit, a lead, a past customer, that when they sign on, to get a tailored experience to their client type, so that the messaging is correct. What does that do? That increases PCS. That increases the leads that you sold. That helps the recruits that you sold be motivated. The messaging is to where they're at in their journey. So what about you? If you're watching this Zoom, there's a high probability you are in front of a device. So only 1/3 of our agents right now are members of MyQuility. It is free. And look how easy this is. Right here, you can click the MyQuility ribbon, which is our best in class ad logo, or you can hit right here in HQ and hit MyQuility. Either one of those automatically, if you're on HQ, creates your account. That's it. It is that simple. And for any reason, if you're going to clear your browser or go to incognito mode, all you need is your HQ login to log in. Why did we do that? We wanted to create a seamless platform experience and not create another platform, another login for the agent. So what happens when you get to MyQuility? Well, as you saw, this is tailored to our agents. This is an agent experience. We're going to tailor messaging and the things you need to know. We're going to also show you the deals right now that are the most lucrative discounts that you can save right at the front page. And just like our agents, our clients experience the same thing. We're constantly reminding your clients when they get here, what are the benefits that we're providing them? So let's go first to all deals. Well, all deals is going to go to the zip code in your area. And again, I am infamous around the office for using a Jersey Mike's buy one, get one free quite often because I love a number 9 Mike's Way. So these are things in your area. You have the ability to toggle those, change your zip code. And what about travel? So Casey, here we go. Casey wants to go to Sorrento. And what were those dates again, Case?
Plug in see what the 24th through the 27th looks like.
All right.
And it might be a little different than that, but just for
and Casey's a Platinum Best Western member, so hopefully that'll show up here. So no, so oh wow. So already 5-star Hotel O Sole Mio. Hopefully I pronounced this right, Casey.
Yep.
Casey already has options. We're already showing him he's getting the same exact rate that our competition's offering. But what is this right here? 17,744 points. So there's $170 Casey's getting in cash back right now. It's pretty powerful. So now, Casey, you and Sarah can have a pretty good dinner.
Pretty substantial. Yeah.
Pretty substantial dinner, or that Segway ride that you want to take, or something probably way more dangerous than a Segway. But he can select this room. So let's give this example. We're going to look at this 5-diamond property. And so this is the power that you guys get to leverage. And I encourage you now, play around with this platform, play around with it, plan your year out. So my dad, we're sitting there. This is so sad, but for 30 years, the man goes to Pigeon Forge every Christmas. And so I'm burnt out. I really can't do it anymore because it's the land of every time you buy a beach towel, you get a free hermit crab. And so, but ironically, my dad's name is Hampton, which do not name your kid Hampton. It's very cruel to do that. And so, because there's never going to be a magnet with his name on it, ever in Pigeon Forge. So Hampton only likes to stay at Hampton Inns because he likes a free breakfast. So already I'm sitting with my dad in Applebee's. I got him $600 in cash back. And the first thing he said, he's like, we get to go to Dolly Parton Stampede. I'm gonna take your mom to Dolly Parton Stampede. I'm like, well, Dad, you should take her somewhere a little nicer than Stampede. Because there's a lot you can do now, but those are the power. Now my dad is like hooked because he's starting to plan out his vacations. If you right now know that you are already going to take vacations and you're already going to do it in December, 90% of most hotels, if they're not international, will give you your money back. You can cancel for free and probably book with that same hotel. But what would happen here if Casey was an agent? He's now got this one deluxe king room with a sea view. He's now got how many? 3 A-leads right there, or $160 in cash back for him that he run his business. This is just on one vacation. And what happens if a client would have done this? Well, the clients would see a cashback experience. That cashback goes right on their credit card. And guess what? That would give them points to automatically live the life, to give them cash to live the life they've always wanted. So this is pretty powerful. This is exactly what we wanted to do, is choices, and the choices you get to use. And so we've shown you eat, play, shop, but wellness. And just as a reminder, QuilityRx automatically syncs you to QuilityRx. But what about Walmart Health? You know about QuilityRx. Walmart Health, our new partner, this takes you to this page. Your clients experience this. It shows them how simple it is. It gives them cards to know what's included in primary care, what's included in urgent care, what's included in talk therapy, team therapy, psychotherapy. And I don't know about you, I'm pretty burdened that we are facing the greatest mental crisis that we've ever faced before. And so automatically, we now have a tool to not only help people, but to help them get back to living a life of happiness and peace and actually get the help they need. And most people aren't going to do it because they can't afford to go to a psychiatrist, because a psychiatrist is cash pay. Most of their insurance don't accept it, especially on a high deductible healthcare plan. And now for $30 a month for an individual, $60 a month for a family, they can go every month, and they can use Quality RX to save on the drugs they need to live the life that they need to live. So what happens? How easy is this? Well, at the very top, let's go. It is so easy. You put in the client's information, puts right here, individual plan, family plan, they select it and automatically put their credit card on file. And again, if they're a member of Quality RX and you enrolled them, automatically their Quality RX card is added to their account. So you get attribution. But what about people that you send to this platform? How do you enroll them? How does it become super easy for you to manage? Well, first, remember, because you sync with HQ, all of your HQ information is going to copy over. Your picture, your agent code, your agent PIN, your status, your key leader status, the members, the levels that you've achieved in Summit, in different things, your DFL certifications, your upline. But what is this button right here? Well, in a second, I'm going to show you how powerful it is. But when you click Share My Quality, it automatically gives you an affiliate link. One link that's yours forever that copies to your HQ agent identifier. Well, why is that powerful? Well, you could take that link, text every person in your phone, send them a message and say, hey, I want to help you. I want to provide you life to the fullest for less. You can put that on Facebook. You can put that on Instagram. You can put that on TikTok. And when you send them here, you're not only providing them value, but with that link, you're connecting them to QLT. So when they come here and they click on Quality Level Term, that link, when they enroll, automatically forevermore, that person, as long as you are a licensed agent in good standing with our company, is automatically linked. So you think Owner Circle's good? When you get someone in here and they can now buy QLT, and they can book a vacation, rental car flights, save on prescriptions, save on direct primary care, do you think they're going to remember you? They are, because you cared about their entire life. And guess what? You didn't have to do anything. You just texted them. You just shared a link. It's that simple. So if they fill out QLT, you automatically get attribution because your agent identifier is linked to their enrollment. So when they sign up, it's that easy. But let's go back real quick to this profile. We wanted to provide you resources. And tomorrow when this goes live, there's a ton of resources. There's almost too much to bear. But you'll be able to see your points. You're going to see pending points. Pending points are for vacations that haven't happened yet. And so they're waiting, or rewards that haven't happened yet that you're waiting, pending account. And then actuals are going to be here. And then it's going to give you a point summary. We're going to show you how you earn the points that you have. And you can download that statement, just like a credit card statement, so that you can, one, either give it to your admin to run incentives off, run questions off. You also click right here to enroll in agency rewards, put in your credit card, then savings. We're not only going to show you savings, but once you start booking travel, we're going to show your client savings. And we're going to take your client savings, attribute it to our CRM, and send it back to the leads marketplace. Why is that? So can you imagine a lead that told you no? They said, nope, no way, but sure, I'll become a member of my Quality. It's too expensive to buy insurance from you. And then I'm able to come back to them and you at the end of the year and say, guess what? We saved them $2,000. We saved them $2,000 on this, $500 on this. I'm actually going to be able to tell our leads marketplace and our leads team the data they need to know from that customer. But also, this is the power of what Danielle's doing. And if you saw Danielle on stage, you think some of our team's bright? She's a freak of nature. And so what has she done? She's created, and she is working on creating a customer data platform. What does that do? It takes AI and predictive analytics from the data of our whole ecosystem. And why is that powerful? So imagine you sell someone a final expense policy. And then I'm saying, well, hold on a second, Brandon, that final expense policy we sold, they stay at a Four Seasons and they eat at a Ruth Chris. Well, then we go look and say, oh, they didn't buy this policy for themselves. Well, we didn't actually sell them a policy. We just sold a policy for another one of their family members. Well, what does that mean? Now we know through intuitive action and behavior, have we placed the right policy? Have we sold somebody and protected them and done the best job we can? So it's not only to help turn a no into a yes, just like Resma's saying, it's taking a yes and turning it into way more possibilities. Then travel, all your travel bookings will be right here to show you a receipt and exactly when those dates of travel. So Casey's Italy trip is going to be right there when he books it. Then resources. So tomorrow you'll have resources on every single product, QualityRx, MeMD, travel. And we've given you not only that link, but we've given you 104 social media posts with 10 different captions. Listen, I'm blown away, guys. You guys have crazy social media following and activity. But I rarely see our agents say, buy insurance here, do this. We talk about like, come work here, but do you realize that you have a free tool? It costs you nothing to talk to your people, your sphere of influence, your grandmother and your grandmother's friend, Bessie, who taught you in preschool, who's on Facebook and she likes Candy Crush. And all of a sudden she's seeing here, hey, wow, look at the savings I can, because she trusts you and you actually have relationships with them. And so use your sphere of influence, not only texting this link, but we've given you 104 posts, but not just 104 posts. When I called my team, we called Walmart, we called our PPM networks, our pharmacies, all of our hotel brands, all of our travel. They give us in advance a year's worth of content in advance. We know what discounts are going to happen at Labor Day at Disney before the consumer does. And I said, listen, as long as our agents don't change anything, they just post what we have. Can I allow our agents to have these tools, to have these social posts so that we can become a household name? And how do you become a household name? By breaking the internet. How do you come and breaking the internet? By using your sphere of influence, by sharing with a friend who shares with a friend who shares with a friend. And we've given you these resources right here. You don't have to do anything. You just got to copy and paste. So tear it up. Now, My Quality Agency Rewards. Once the PDFs that I showed you in the deck, they'll be right here. You can download them, but check out this points calculator, Casey. So let's say you're enrolled in My Quality Agency Rewards and you had 5 people complete the activate phase, 2, the advance, 1, the accelerate. Nobody completed the achieve. But this month you had 5 new writing agents, and 5 of those your old writing agents became an SNA. And then you have 2 key leaders. You had 1 agency director. Well, Casey, just from your 1 vacation to Italy, you've already got 16,000 points. And so enrolling in My Quality Agency Rewards, you already got points to play with. That doesn't even include any of your bonuses. Doesn't even include if you have Walmart Health, QualityRx, and that doesn't even include any clients you enroll. So why did we do this? Again, no one is boxed in. We want you to have this calculator so you can be a good steward of the resources we've given you. The difference between our bonuses and our commissions are saying this is the compensation for the policy you've sold. Our bonuses is a way to encourage you to invest in your business and invest in yourself. So we want you to be a good steward of that investment. So we gave you a tool every month where you can put these in to know, is this a good month to do this? Is this the right time? Or you may even be asking the question, you may be having a killer quarter and you really want to incentivize your people. And so you can go through here and calculate, what would that look like? What would these points look like? We've given you that tool to use. So last but not least, MeMD, you can update your MeMD information right here, cancel your plan, schedule a visit. So right here, it's that easy to update. You don't have to go through any complicated different screens. All of this is right here in your dashboard. So I'm going to stop sharing just for a second. Everyone take a deep breath. I'm trying again not to whiplash you. Some of you are wearing neck braces from what I did to you at conference. I'm so sorry. I had 23 minutes and I finished with 10 seconds to spare. So I wanted to make sure that we were good to go. But today, that's why we're taking our time. We're really focusing on the things we want you to do. And now we're going to tell you what those call to actions are. We're going to explain very clearly how we get to where we want to become. So we've shown you the platform. We've shown you how you earn points. We've shown you how we're going to preload your points from your bonuses. Now, what happens when we actually start, September 1st, tomorrow. So tomorrow, this will be available to every client you serve, agent and recruit. So what do we want you to do? We just want you to remember there's 4 S's: share, serve, secure, and strengthen. And it's this simple. First, I do this all the time, and most of you don't know this, but I was broke in college, so I had to sell vacuum cleaners door to door. It is a terrible job. And if I sold any of you vacuum cleaners, thank you for believing in me. And if I came to your house, I'm so sorry. And so I learned to sell, but I learned a trick called the 5-5-5. And so constantly, when you're trying to build and sell vacuum cleaners, you depend 100% on referrals so that you don't get Slurpees thrown in your face by going knocking on door to doors. And so how do you get referrals? Well, I would always say, where are the 5 places that I go? Where do I live? My neighborhood? Where do I eat? I eat at some of the same restaurants every week. I talk to the same waitresses. Where do I shop? I shop at a lot of the same stores. I'm a very big creature of habit. I like the same type of things. Where do I play? Where do I take my son? We go to a trampoline park. I'm probably going to tear my ACL eventually, but we go there usually on Saturdays after we go to Waffle House to see Miss Joanne on Saturday mornings. And so where do I belong? What are the communities that you belong to? Some of you belong to nonprofits, you volunteer. Some of you have a church that you're a part of. Some of you have other organizations, associations you're a member of. And then where you love, your family, the people that you're a part of. Those are 5 areas, not only that you can share my quality, but that where you should be getting referrals from to protect people for insurance. Well, what if you get those 5 people in those 5 areas to get 5 people? How does that multiply? So that's what I'm telling you to do. Just go to the 5-5-5, where you live, where you eat, where you shop, where you play, where you belong, where you love, and get those 5 areas to get 5 people who get 5 people. Then where you post, again, you have a full social media calendar. You didn't have to hire a graphic design company. You didn't have to hire an agency. We gave you 104 pre-approved social media posts and taglines and an affiliate link where all you have to do all day long is tell people to swipe up and you make passive income. Next, where as you go, as you live, but as you work and as you mentor, you got to start sharing this in your narrative. And that's why the next piece is so important. We don't want you to share, but we want you to serve. Brian Williamson has modeled this, and Mike Resma is like the poster boy for what it looks like to be a servant leader. There's probably nothing that's too low for Resma. And if you don't know that, if you come to our corporate office and you walk in and there's a dead cockroach by accident on the floor, Resma's the type of guy, he's going to pick it up, but he's also the guy who's going to get in the ditch with you. And so part of creating value like this for people is not only sharing, but it's servant selling. You're learning what their needs are and you're trying to meet it. So if not only for that, but your clients, your recruits, your warm market, you're learning who your audience is. So Brad Gainey's audience is not the same as Marlon Faulkner's. They have different audiences, different agencies, different styles. And that's the cool thing about Symmetry. We're one big pot of gumbo. It's like none of these things should taste good together, but when you put them all together, it's just fabulous. But that's the cool thing about our company. Each one of you get to be your own individual agent in your style. So learn how my quality and our digital products fit within your audience and your agency. And then success, service success looks like you're going to have to invest. You're going to have to invest in your people. You're going to have to duplicate yourself. Just like I can't be on 5,000 individual agency calls, you can't be on 200 a day. You have to invest, duplicate, and automate. And so I want to remind you, we're going to be integrated with Switchboard. We're integrated with Summit. We're going to have our training videos in Summit. Now, my quality, you now have 3 automation platforms to give you your time back on how you sell, how you mentor, and how you incentivize. And each one of those create passive incomes and grow your existing income in different ways by mentoring and growing your agency. And use these benefits on the right. Use these to show people how you can serve them, how you can help their family live their life to the fullest for less. Now, most importantly, you got to secure. First, you got to secure yourself. You got to become a subject matter expert. And I love that that's where Resma was hitting today. There's no way you can ask people to do something that you haven't done yourself. So become an expert, look at these resources, watch our training videos, secure your agents, make sure that you not only enroll people, but make sure your agents are enrolled, sharing and serving. Every single one of you, if you really believe in this company and you're an AO and you're a direct, There is no category where every agent shouldn't be completing Summit, shouldn't be enrolled in Switchboard, and shouldn't be enrolled in MyQuility. They're all free. They all give you your time back. Why wouldn't you do that? Why would you not use a free tool? And why would you not enroll and engage? And then also engage where you lead in your influence. So we gave you 104 social media posts. All you have to do now is engage your audience. So what do we got to do, Casey and Brennan, to hit our goals? Palmer threw up 10 billion and then a dream of 30 billion. Well, the cool thing about QSVs is we're working alongside of our company to make sure we drive and play our part in that. So if 5,000 agents enroll 2 people a day for the next 3 years, 36 months, the average consumer we know is already going to spend $25 a year on hotel. That doesn't include any other spending they do. And if we retain 70% of our membership and only have 30% attrition, that's $11 billion in revenue and 198 million in passive income. And some of you, you're going to do way more than 2 a day. Now, let me be really clear. Again, I'm probably the biggest dreamer and live in the clouds of our whole office, but I want to hit this goal. But I also want to say, like, we can't do it without you. We can't do it without all of us using the ecosystem of tools that we have together, automating our activity, automating our incentives, automating our mentorship. So this is your goal. This is what you need to go after, 2 a day. And that doesn't have to be a lead, doesn't have to be a recruit. It can be your mom. It can be your dad. It can be your friend, your cousin, the person on Facebook. Leverage your networks. You have thousands of people at your fingertips that you can enroll, and not only enroll, but serve them and make an impact. Last, use these training resources to be strong. Be really strong in your knowledge. Make sure your agency is ready to rock. Again, we're spending this 4th quarter only focusing on our agents, our clients, our recruits, and our past customers. Why are we not launching parkour into white label D2C? We want to make sure we are the best at what we do, and that our message, our agents, and ourselves, that we're ready to take on the world. And that's what it looks like to be a household name whose mission and motto is excellence. So, Casey, Brandon, contest. What motivates us? How do we get there? From conference, if you remember, to September 30th, for every agent who books a 5-night vacation, you get an additional 10,000 points on top of the points you're already going to get back from MyQuility. That's 2 digital A leads or $100 in cash. From September 1st to October 31st, every member you enroll who books a 5-night vacation, you receive 10,000 points for each 5-night vacation they book. That's, again, 2 digital A leads or $100 in cash. And with a 4X multiplier, you're starting to see how a lifecycle benefits platform benefits your agency and what you need to run and survive. But that's not all. So MyQuility Concierge is a service that we're rolling out. It's a white glove service that once you win, all you do is call a number, and we have a white label provider that's fully services you. They book your flights, your rental car, your hotel. So from now until October 31st, the top direct who has 10,000 plus enrolled members. This is what you have to be to qualify. 10,000 plus enrolled members. Again, that's just your base shops enrolling 2 people a day. 500 5-night vacations in over 60 days, guys. This is super possible. 10,000 combined agency social media posts, 10,000 combined agent social post likes. You get a $5,000 vacation for you and your family. This is not going on a Symmetry destination trip. This is you and your family picking out anywhere that's available on MyQuility and taking them there, and you have $5,000 that we've given you to do that. So it may look like you may drive somewhere one weekend and go to a really nice hotel, or you may want to have your flights and rental car. And so we've given you that budget to spend it as you want. The top AO who enrolls 5,000 enrollments across their agency, 100 of those book a 5-night vacation over 60 days. 5,000 combined agency social media shares, 5,000 combined agency post likes. That is another $5,000 vacation. And the last is for the top agent. The top agent who's doing this. Now, what blew me away is with Quility RX, we had SNAs that were smoking our AOs and directs. Why? Because they learned how to use their warm market. They learned how to use not only social media, but where they eat, where they shop, where they live, where they belong, and the people they love to do this. So, guys, we wanted to let you know that we not only care about you, but we want to give you a contest that lets you live your life to the fullest for less. So for some of you, you actually are making calculated decisions right now, maybe not to go on vacation so that you can invest more in your business. So this is an opportunity that if you're tight for cash right now, but you really want to make a memory with your family or take your loved one on a vacation, use MyQuility. It is a free tool. We've made it effortless for you. We've given you a free, easy link for people to sign up. You just got to text and post. And we've given you a way right now to live your life to the fullest for less. So share, serve, secure, strengthen. Use your network. This deck will be available. All of your resources will be available. Training videos will be available. Tomorrow, September 1st, Casey and Brennan, we serve the world. Every American adult can get this starting tomorrow. That's what I got, guys. Thanks for your time. I think got a little bit of time back there. And thanks for all of you believing in me and supporting me. I am blown away. You fully assaulted my Instagram messaging and Facebook message. So I'm slowly getting back, but thanks for loving on me and welcome me into the family.
Well done, sir. Thank you, Ethan. I know there's a lot of questions. We'll be training on this every week. We're going to be scrubbing all the questions and getting it cleared up in some simple Q&A stuff soon too. So hang tight. The most important thing is that you know how to share this stuff starting tomorrow. Right, Mr. Drum?
That's right.
Is that as in like tonight at 12:01?
Tomorrow.
Right.
We're going to say tomorrow. No, we'll be sending out an email to all of you, letting you know that it's ready. Also, we're going to send you your link. So even you don't have to go to the share version. We're going to send you an email with your link already in it. So if you want to forward that to recruits, so you're trying to push over the edge, you want to forward that to people in your downline to say, hey, look how easy this is. We've made it super easy for you.
Love it.
Love that. Good stuff.
Whew, that was a lot. This is going to be good. Thank you, Ethan. It's really exciting stuff. I think that's enough for one day. I can't
Yes.
wait to see where we are at this time tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, go sign up for Digital Leads. Casey and I are
Digital Leads, that's right.
here. Don't let us lose the bet. We're counting on you guys. We're betting on you guys. We're not counting on you. We're betting on you.
Right.
Is that legal?
Get it.
I think it is. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Talk soon.